Hey everybody, this is David with CinemaDeviant.com here with a look at the Power Rangers Megaforce Gosei Great Megazord Nippon Edition. Nippon Edition is basically the American equivalent of the Japanese import. I guess the main difference between the packaging, there's very slight differences between the packaging, and all it is really is there's American wording in the back, but other than that, it's pretty much the exact replica of the Japanese version of this Megazord. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at this one and compare it with the American version that we see, and kind of compare the both, compare both of them and see how it measures up and see the quality and things like that. We're going to take a look at the packaging real quick. Let me just turn this around. Here. It's a side view. Back here. Actually, this part comes off. You can see at the bottom, there's different wording here. Bandai Saban brand there. It's all in, I guess, American language and Chinese. And does kind of give you a look at all the Zords as well. The different mech. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We'll take a look at each mech individually, and then we'll see. Again, like I said, we'll see how they measure up. Okay, we're gonna start off here with the Gosei Shark Megazord. Obviously, you can see the difference right off the bat. One is bigger than the other. This is the Nippon edition. It's a lot bigger than the American counterpart here. There's differences that you can tell again right off the bat. The paint scheme here is a bit different. The way it's designed right here, and then the Zord Builder port module here is obviously it's blue, and over here on this side it's just complete black. See it there. Now also the American version has these little wimpy missiles on the side. The Nippon edition has these bigger ones. The color on it, obviously the American version has this kind of brighter blue. The Nippon, it has this more. It looks more of a navy to me. Now, this is where I guess my one complaint is going to come in. Regarding this one anyway, the American version, whenever you start forming the Megazord, these are very, very flimsy. Let me see if we can zoom in here a little bit. Focus in. These become very flimsy, and you can already see as it is. They tend to do this number a lot. Which it gets annoying having to try to pop these back in here, and you see half the time it's even hard to do that. So yeah, that happens a lot. You can't open the mouth on this one. The mouth is very stationary. All it is just a hole here to put a sword or a weapon, things like that. Yeah. So there you go. Well, there's that. This one here, it's a bit sturdier. Well, it's a lot sturdier, I'll say that. The fins here, they're very, if you can see, they have these pins that keep them in place. So it's not like just a click in and out type of situation. These are actually very sturdy and very strong. So they're not going to go anywhere. If they break, that's pretty much because it's your own doing. The mouth here actually does open, and you can kind of slide the sword in there, and it actually opens pretty wide. See, and then close it shut. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, the bottom. You can see big differences already. This one just comes with little rollers here. This one actually there's a roller here, but it also does have wheels that pop out in the back. See? Did a good roll. Yeah. I mean, each is great. I'm not going to knock them both, but I do prefer the quality of the Nippon edition, the Japanese version of it. It's stronger in my opinion. It's a lot better. Let's move on to the next one. Here we have the Gosei Phoenix. This one, it's pretty basic. Not the bells and whistles, you know, like we're used to seeing with some of the other Zords. But pretty nice, I guess, nonetheless. Again, like I said, you know, you can see already in size the difference between the two. This is the Nippon, obviously with the black port here, black module, and this is the American version, which again, it's a lot smaller. And here it does have rollers at the bottom. So again, this one, the Nippon edition, the mouth does open pretty wide. American, nope, just not open. Compare the two, the back end here. So that. Now, with this one, you know, if you can hear the clicks, they're real strong clicks, and to me that signifies, you know, a lot stronger of a joint that it has here, that is put together really strongly, and it's just quality. You know, it's a great thing to see. See, that one doesn't quite click the same. My other issue with the American versions is that the heads kind of tend to just want to come off half the time. You know, kind of on their own. With the Nippon, it's, as you can see, look, I'm trying to pull it off and it's not coming out. You gotta actually pull for it to come apart, which is awesome. You know, it's sturdier. Pop back in there. It looks good. You know, so you have good quality products. You know, and I don't mind paying the little extra money for a good quality product that you're gonna get a good collector, basically like a collector grade out of. It's nice. It's nice to have that option at least. Now, you know, for the kids, the American versions are perfect. They're not too overly complicated. They're fairly simple. But if you're a collector like I am, you know, again, the Nippon is the way to go, or the Japanese import. You know, I guess if you want to get them imported, or wait until they're, you know, released at Toys R Us, I guess you could say. Yeah, looks good. Let's move on to the next one, guys. And here we have the next one. This is going to be the Gosei Tiger. Again, size difference as usual. You see it right off the bat. The head obviously is a lot thicker. The paint scheme on it is a bit different. A little bit more detailed on this one here in the Nippon. The American version is kind of just again, I hate to downplay it, but it's very plainly done. There you go here. Obviously, you see some of the differences. You know, and it's even like the little things like this, like the little claws here that are painted silver. It's a small detail, I know, but it really does make a difference. It just looks nicer, you know, it just looks cleaner that way. This way. Upside down. Here. Now this is where I really think this is probably the feet portion, I guess you could say, of the Megazord. Is probably one of the coolest, I think, because here, you know, we have the basic one. It just folds up here, and again, when you're folding it up, like it just looks like it wants to come off. I don't really dig that too much, but and then you just pull it back down like nothing. This one here is a bit different, just because you push it up and you try to pull it back down, and it doesn't come down. And it's simple. See here, there's a slight difference between the two. This here actually has a locking mechanism, and what you can do, you see how it goes up, you just push it up, it's spring loaded, so you push it up and it releases the lock. See here, you go there, it clicks into place right there, and it releases the lock, which is pretty cool. I actually really like that feature of it. And again, very strong ports here, so we're as you just saw, the head actually opens, which is pretty cool. Looks really cool that way. It does have the rollers at the bottom. Was that? Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Here we have the Gosei Snake. Again, size difference between the two. This one here is the American, obviously. Now the port is the same because obviously it's for the Black Ranger, so it's going to be black as well. You do see some slight differences in details. Here the little shield, the emblem. It's actually a lot. It's a little smaller here, but it is a lot sleeker, a lot cleaner. Here it just feels like it's a piece of plastic just thrown on there. Well, it's all plastic basically, but it just feels like it's just like they just came out of a mold and they slapped it on there, and that's it. This does have the little portion here, I guess, for the other leg, actually. So here it is. I mean, again, you can see the difference right off the bat, what it is. Now the Nippon edition, or the Japanese one, I can really appreciate a lot more, because again, this is a snake, and what do snakes do? You know, the first thing that comes to mind, they slither. That's it. That's what you want to see. The American version here, let's pull back a little bit. American version here, it kind of doesn't do that. It just kind of snaps, and sometimes that happens, you know, which can be, you know, a bit frustrating, I guess. You would expect it to kind of have this this movement to it, but the American version just doesn't. Now the import here, it does kind of, I mean, it's still a little stiff, but it has more of a fluid-like, see, it even kind of bends back. It has more of a fluid-like response to it, as opposed to the other one. And it even does expand a bit more to give a little bit more flexibility as well. This one, it just does that. Which again, you know, if you're buying this for your kids, then the American version is great. You know, it's basic, which, you know, a kid is gonna, you know, dig either way. But if you're a straight up collector, you're gonna want something a little bit with a little bit more quality to it, which is this one. Again, just like usual, the mouth does open on the import. Here, you don't see that, not at all. Here you go. Now it does, see how the import does have this little slot here. That start, you know, when we start putting the Megazord together, you'll see it. This one has like a little peg, you know, which the American version has a lot of pegs, basically, to put this stuff together. Yeah, and again, just like the Tiger, this one has the little locking mechanism. So you pull it up, it locks into place, and it doesn't come down until you pop that and let that go. And it actually does roll around pretty good. Both do, actually. So yeah, I mean, it looks, they both look, again, they both look great, but this one's just a bit better, obviously, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and start, and we're keeping the best for last, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, here we are, the last one of the bunch. This is the Gosei Dragon. It was a little hard to get them both in the same frame together because they're so big, but you know, we'll see. I guess what we can do about getting them straightened out. Again, this is the Nippon, the American. Let's go ahead and lift the. You can hear that click, man. That was like music to my ears right there. And that. Big differences, obviously. The paint scheme here and the actual molding of some of the, like the little horns here on the side, is a lot more improved in the Nippon edition. Again, sometimes just the small details matter there, you know. It's little things like that to me, I really dig. Now look at the tail, which also doubles as a sword. Here is where the helmet, the head, kind of lies. Here it doesn't have that, and we'll get to where the head is, I guess, you know, in a bit. This does have a Zord, well, I guess a Zord builder, or you know, add-on module here on the side for the Nippon edition, as well as the ones on the wings as well. There, damn, that is an awesome click. These kind of just fold there. Now, here is where I'm gonna have to give it to the American version. It kind of is superior in this sense. Anyway, here, you know, all you have is the wings here. Again, they're pretty thick. They're nice and sturdy. They move up. So if they get in the way, that's as far as they're gonna go. Let's move this one out of the way a little bit. Here, these move up, but if they tend to get in the way, they also move this way, which I think is awesome. It gives the, you know, a little bit more of a compact feel to it, especially if you're putting it away or anything like that. You know, it can sometimes look cool whenever you're forming the Megazord and you just fold it like that. So yeah, I think that the American version is a bit superior in that sense for just that feature, for the dragon anyway. I wish that the Japanese one would have had that too. The Nippon would have had that feature as well, but as you can see, we don't have that. Now here, keep it here. Here the neck is one piece. Again, it comes out. Now the neck here actually pushes in. The only problem with this is that sometimes when you pull it out, or try to pull it out, it does that number, so you have to wait till it snaps and then put it back. This one, however, comes off actually in separate pieces. I think it's pretty cool this way though, to have on an add-on piece, and actually that add-on piece serves a purpose. If you do this, actually is another part of the sword here. Here in this sense, the see, I'm having a little trouble. Okay, there. The sword here actually, like I said, stores the helmet. So pop that out, and it just seems kind of, that's it. I mean, it's a little bit. I don't want to use the word flimsy, but because this is pretty sturdy, but it's just kind of thin and basic compared to this one here, which is like a powerhouse, you know, of a sword. Yeah, and then like I said, we were gonna look at, you know, here's a helmet. The way you get to it on this one is, see, actually I think that's pretty cool. Again, the little things matter, you know. But here, to get to the helmet, you just push down and it folds out, which I think is a pretty cool feature because you won't lose the head at all. Yeah, so I'm showing you the head already, but let's go ahead and start forming the Megazord. And again, we'll compare the two, and we'll go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and form it so that way we don't get any sort of downtime. We'll just see them all together. Okay, we have this is the Nippon edition here. We have all the individual Zords here. Let's go ahead and form it. Here is a snake. Let's see if we can pull this back a little bit. Focus a bit more. All right, tiger. Pretty straightforward. Again, it already looks pretty cool. Now, like I said here, with this piece here in the middle, you'll see right now, get the dragon. Actually, the dragon just slides on there and clicks. So you got that, and it stays put really good, which is awesome. Let's see here, shark. These are pretty, I mean, easy to throw on there. There we go. You can see there. That's already pretty much there, so pop that in. Boom. Now, again, the head. Put all the ears up. And throw a sword in this dude's hand. Pretty much, there you go. Let's pan back a little bit. And refocus. There you have it. That's the Nippon edition version of this Megazord. And it looks pretty cool. I dig it. Looks actually pretty great. Again, I like it just because the quality. It's thicker. It's a lot sturdier. You don't have to worry about wobbly parts falling out, or things like that, things coming off. It's pretty good to go, and that's honestly, I feel like that's how all of the Megazords should be. I don't think that there should be a difference between an American version and a Japanese version. As far as the quality goes, I think they should all be, made this way. This should be the standard. But again, I know that they kind of separate them just for kids' sake. Obviously, you don't want something a bit too heavy or overly complicated for a child, which I guess it's understandable. I get it. Let's go ahead and put the other one together as well. Let's move this one aside for now. Get this one out of the way. Okay. All right. See, this one actually just snaps in down here, and that, again, it wobbles quite a bit. Sometimes that happens, and it's all about, it's all about moving the pieces around. Again, here's my favorite one of the bunch, because this one, again, I have the most trouble with the shark. Put that there. The Phoenix. Pop the head on. Give this guy a sword too. And he's good to go. Now, again, great for what it is. It's, as far as price tag goes, it's reasonable for what it is. But again, we'll just throw this one right next to it so you can see the difference. There's a pretty noticeable size difference and thickness to each piece. Each of them look awesome though. I'm not gonna lie, each of them, the design of it itself is great. But again, if you're a collector, you're looking for a collector grade quality I guess toy, then this would be the Nippon edition would be the way to go. And there you have it, guys. Two great quality, figures. And there you have it, guys. Two great quality Megazords. Both, each of them have their strengths, but there's one that has a lot of weaknesses as well. And again, I hate to really be that way about the American version, but the Japanese import, the Nippon edition, is just superior in almost every way, down to the way it's put together, the color, the maneuverability of it, the strength of a lot of the parts. It's just very well put together, and if you're a collector, I would suggest going down that route and shelling out the little extra money for it. You won't be disappointed. You're actually going to get what you pay for, in this case, and you won't be disappointed. You'll be happy. You'll definitely be happy, like I am. If you're looking to get something for your kids, the American version is the way to go. It's decently priced. It's it's not that bad of a deal. Sometimes you can find them anywhere from about $25 to $35, depending on where you shop. Your kids are going to enjoy it. It's not overly complicated to put together. Yet at the same time, it's not too simple where it feels like it's like a preschool toy either. They'll like it. They'll like putting it together, taking it apart, like my son does. But you know, if you're an adult collecting these things, that's not going to be your cup of tea. I'll tell you that right now. But again, thanks for watching, you guys. You know, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Here we'll be doing more videos like this. Doing some more. I'm trying to think of maybe some giveaways to do. Power Ranger related giveaways. For the new subscribers and things like that. So keep checking back. Be sure to keep checking cinemadeviant.com for all your movies, news, reviews, trailers, giveaways, and more. Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes. We do have the Bot Squad Podcast Network. We try to do episodes every week or so. We talk about, pretty much anything, including Power Rangers, movies, comics, games, things like that. So be sure to check us out there as well if you're bored one day going to work or anything like that, and you want to, have something interesting to listen to anyway. But again, thanks for watching, you guys. Till next time.